aging science, longevity science. Some people call it anti-aging. We don't use that as scientists. But what has happened in the last 25 years is nothing short of revolutionary. And thank goodness I come from Harvard Medical School, or what I'm going to tell you tonight, you would find extremely difficult to believe is true.
As a pioneer in the field of aging science, Dr. David Sinclair represents an area of research focused on understanding and potentially reversing the aging process. This isn't about anti-aging in a superficial sense. It's about discovering and activating our body's own mechanisms to prolong health and vitality. The research over the past few decades has led to profound advancements, fundamentally reshaping how we think about aging itself. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe, like, and share if you're finding this valuable. Let's aim for 1,000 likes to help the YouTube algorithm share these health tips with more people who could benefit. Your support means we can keep bringing you content to help you live a healthier, longer life. Dr. Sinclair emphasizes that he believes the person who will live to 150 years has already been born. He made this prediction years ago, but recent breakthroughs have only reinforced his belief. Advances in technology and biology have set us on a path where the limits of human longevity are expanding, even within our current generation.
I'm on record saying that the first person to live to 150 years has already been born, and I said that about 5 years ago, and in the last 5 years, something extraordinary has happened since, making me think that it's not just 150 years, all bets are off. What drives me every day I get up. And my goal since I was really 4 years old was to try and leave the world a better place. And in my teens, late teens, in college, I thought, well, there's this thing that happens to everybody called aging, and it's 90% of all the sickness and suffering in the world, but no one seems to care about it. You go to your doctor and they say, yeah, that's normal. You're old, you should be getting sick.
Dr. Sinclair was largely raised by his grandmother, a woman who experienced extreme hardship during the 20th century, but instilled in him the belief that humans can achieve more. Her legacy lives on in his work, as he is motivated by a drive to leave the world a better place for future generations.
In my view, in my world, aging is a medical condition.
His journey in aging science was influenced by a realization in his teenage years. Aging is the underlying cause of 90% of all sickness and suffering. Yet, our medical system treats it as a natural, inevitable process. Dr. Sinclair refused to accept that simply growing older should mean an acceptance of illness and decline. He advocates for treating aging as a medical condition, aiming to challenge the norm of associating age with illness.
And don't pay attention to 99% of what's out there on the internet because it's all wrong. Speaking of wrong, we have a new theory of aging. We used to think that antioxidants were the cure to aging. And if you go to the supermarket, you'll still get a lot of that bull. It's not true. Antioxidants have been really unsuccessful at lengthening the lifespan of anything, even a worm. It doesn't work that well.
The core of Dr. Sinclair's work involves a theory he calls the information theory of aging. Dr. Sinclair and his colleagues have identified 3 major pathways in the body that naturally protect against aging: mTOR, AMPK, and sirtuins. By activating these pathways through practices like fasting, low-sugar diets, and exercise, it's possible to slow down and even reverse aspects of aging. He specifically focuses on sirtuins, a group of proteins that respond to environmental stresses and help repair cellular damage.
We have 3 main sets of defenses. One's called mTOR, responds to fasting. One called AMPK, responds to low energy and lack of sugar. You want to keep your blood sugar levels low as possible without fainting. And the group of genes that I work on are called the sirtuins, and they respond to all of the things that we do, the adversity, the exercise, the fasting. And this group of genes and these proteins that the genes make sense the environment, and when times are thought to be tough and could threaten us, they fight harder to keep our body safe, protected, and ultimately healthier and longer lived, even late in life.
One of the groundbreaking discoveries in Dr. Sinclair's lab is the use of NAD boosters and sirtuin-activating compounds, like NMN. In experiments, NMN has been shown to significantly rejuvenate old mice, restoring vitality and youthfulness. This is a promising step toward developing similar therapies for humans. The pinnacle of this research is the possibility of resetting the biological age of cells. Inspired by Dr. Shinya Yamanaka's Nobel-winning research, Dr. Sinclair's lab has been able to partially reprogram cells in animals, effectively turning back time. This approach has shown promise in repairing damaged tissues, such as restoring vision in mice with optic nerve injuries. Looking ahead, Dr. Sinclair believes we are at the cusp of a revolutionary era, where advancements in biology could transform human health and longevity in ways that were previously unimaginable. With continued research, the idea of reversing aging might become a practical reality within our lifetimes, enabling us not only to live longer, but to live healthier for much of our extended lives.
The 22nd century is going to be about biology and the ability to control your age and the rate of aging and slow down not just body aging and heart aging, but even brain aging with these tools and age reversal tools that are just coming along will radically change the arc of our lives in a way that we can barely even imagine. And when we can reset our age by a couple of years, which has now been published, that's been done by Greg Fahey and colleagues, if we do that every year, even just set your age back 1 year every year, what happens, right? Things then get really interesting. And that's the world that we have to stay alive to be able to witness. And if we all do the right things, we will witness that.
With the right approach, lifestyle changes, and scientific advancements, we could dramatically shift the trajectory of human health, enabling us to live longer, healthier lives. But these advancements won't just come from technology alone. It will take a collective effort from researchers, doctors, and individuals to embrace the science of aging and apply it to our lives. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button and help us reach our goal of 1,000 likes. Don't forget to subscribe and share with others who are interested in health and longevity. Your support helps the YouTube algorithm share this valuable content with a wider audience, so more people can benefit. Thanks for watching,